Because of styles, people are separated. They are not united together because styles became law.
This branch are going to grow bigger. The trunk is going to become bigger, and at the same time I'm going to graft some itoigawa, so it's going to be more compact in the future. We're going to use a very, very technologic and very, very, very special tools that nobody knows on this planet. A fork.
The forks! Use the forks!
Just to take out the hairs. As you can see here, I'm going to move that branch here. Okay. As you can see here, you have a lot of big roots all over. So we are going to take all the hairs slowly by slowly, just to show you, because I'm going to make it with the water jet outside. Do we say that? The water jet? No? So you can imagine in the future you're going to see this kind of roots in the hair, just like the trunk and the branches all over. And I think it's going to be fun, and I'm going to graft. That's why I made a lot of low branch here that can become deadwood, or I can also graft them directly to the roots that can make like, I don't know, new trunks coming outside of the roots. Could be fun, because you have to understand that what we call the roots actually will become a trunk in the future, because they're going to grow outside of the hairs. So technically, I'm not going to do everything. I'm going to do it with the water pressure outside. You're going to see the tree completely cleaned with all the sticks all over, and I'm going to take my time to explain you how to make the scarification one by one, and how to brush the live end. When the tree is going to be completely finished, I mean finished in that step, because it's never finished, never ending. In that step, then we're going to make a video very clear about all the trees inside, that you can follow all the branches. We counted actually 168 branches for this tree. So imagine we have to do, it's like 3 grafting per branches. So it's going to be like more than 400 grafting all of the trees. Here it is! So we're going to wash a little bit the roots with the water. And as you can see here, there is his brother. I remember you that I started this tree from a cutting that I forgot in my pocket when I was coming back from Taiwan in November 2009. And 2 of them survived on the 5 cuttings I had in my pocket that were very dry at the time. And as you can see, this one I grow it always in a huge pot, and this one was in a small pot for years. So 2 trees that have exactly the same age can have the different size. And this one I start to grow it very well since like 1 or 2 years. So you can see now it's becoming very strong. It has been very small for like 12 years or 13 years. And my project is to do a second one like that. But this one I will probably keep the foliage. I will probably make it like in Taiwanese way only. So it's going to be different than this one. This one is going to be grafted with itoigawa. So we're just going to wash a little bit the roots. To discover the surprise inside. I'm smoking too much.
Smoke me broke.
So the last time we spoke about the tree outside, you remember, I repotted the tree inside of a new box. The box was very higher, so now the goal in the future is start to liberate the roots here. Most of people just wash the roots and then you just liberate the big ones. So I want to give the chance for the small ones to grow inside of the substrate, inside of the soil, and then in the future we can have several roots inside. If I liberate everything, I'm just gonna have like 7 or 8 or 9. I don't know how many roots I'm gonna have, like strong ones, but then I can't grow new ones. So doing this, I just let the soil going down every season by watering on it, and all the roots that still have the chance to go down to the bottom of the wood pot to become big and have more several roots. So that's very important. Most of people are going too fast in bonsai world. As I told you already, this tree took me like 14 years, yeah, to arrive to this point from a cutting from Taiwan. So I have my time. Doesn't matter. This tree is very important to me, as I told you, because it's coming from changing in garden. Just a cutting I had in my pocket, and I've been to the airport and I arrived in France, and then I grow them in a pot. So 14 years, 20 years, 30 years until I die, it doesn't matter to me to take my time with this tree. The most important to me is that the roots are enough strong to keep the tree in the air. But I said that already. So now we're going to do this scarification. I'm going to use some tools and I'm going to show you later. And then I'm going to show you how I choose the way I use the live vein, what the Taiwanese call the water vein. Water vein is like what is provide the water from the roots to the trunk and to the foliage. Okay, let's go now.
Let's go.
Here are the tools I use. This one is just a very old knife I get from a farm in a very old sheepfold. And this knife was a normal knife that you use in kitchen. And I just cut the blade, and then I just sharpened it to be very cutting. And then this is one of my favorite. And this one is coming from China, and it was like how to say that.
What's that?
It had a point on a blade, and then I just make it round that I can cut from here to here, that I can slowly by slowly use it to take out the bark. So I'm gonna show you. So I need my glasses because I'm blind.
I am blind, but I'm not that blind.
Welcome in the old time. So look at this one, she's pretty straight here. So I'm gonna take out this part. So we are in March, end of March, start of April. So it's pretty easy to take out the bark at this season. In winter it's pretty hard because the bark is more dry. You can do this in winter, but it's more risky. I think the best season is from now to September, October, because the tree is reacting very fast. So as you can see in the cosmic style, you can remove the branch very easily. You can move them on the left or on the right to get some space. So the question is how do I select the part I'm taking out? It's just about the you. It's just about the way you want to create your trees. So this part are pretty straight, and because it's going to be the roots, so I don't want them to turn all over. If you see this part, for example, I want the live vein to get all over the trunk to give more movement, like a tree growing on another planet. So I do it like more twisty. For example, here I show you. I take the slipper out, and if you look closely, I'm going to finish this part. So I'm going to finish this part. Well, I finished the first question. So if you can see here the recovering of the tree from the bark, you can count in 1, 2, 3, 4. So every year you can count every lips you made. When you take out the bark, it will recover by himself. Then you reopen and again and again. So you can count the lips every year that you've done on your trees. So the second question is like, what is the season? How many times you do the scars and why do you choose to make them? It's up to you again, because it's a creation. So it's just a question of aesthetic. I want, for example, this trunk to be completely twisted all over himself. And I want this 2 live end that you can see, and I can turn the tree again. You're going to see on the back. So I make the same way in the other side. You can see here. Because I want to have 2 live ends turning all over the trees, and to make, like, you can count here again, like the numbers of the lips all over the trunk. But it's different, for example, for branches. You can see the bark here. It's different for branches. When sometimes I just open an eye, you can see here, because I don't want to have two live ends turning all over the trunk. I just want the live end to cross each other's and to make the branch become bigger. And it's very complicated to explain, because you have to deal with your own trees and you know if they are strong or not, and you just play with the matter, with the material you have. So more you are surprised by your tree. For example, here you can see I just opened an eyes last year, so I'm going to open it more here to make it turn all over the branch. So I don't reopen completely. You see here, I don't reopen completely all the branch, all the eye are already done, but I started to turn it all over. And you see there's another eye here, one eye here and one eye here, and I just go on the other side, and I always keep a passage, a way for the live end to survive here. Because if you cut from here to here, then the live end is going to be behind. The most important is that you make the tree twist on himself. I mean, that's the way I'm doing my trees, but there's no really, how can I say, like dogma on it. My style is very important to understand, that I don't try to tell to people, you have to do this way. I do this way, but it's up to you, you know. The most important is like to create a tree that doesn't exist in nature. It exists in nature and other planets. So it's very important to do your own way. Don't try to copy me. I mean, just live with your tree, grow it. That's exactly what I describe in my books. Like, my style is a freedom style. So you have to feel free to understand the way your tree is growing, to try to grow it like a tree you have never seen in nature. As you can see here, for example, I can show you a very good example. This is a young branch. There's no scars here. So I show you this like an example, for example. I show you this like an example. This branch doesn't have scars, right? The first scars is here. See? And I made another one here. But you have to understand that all this branch I created from here to here, it was the same in the base of the trunk. So later on, years by years, you gain like character on your trees. It's getting like better and better every year. It's just like a very, very long time process. Cosmic style is about counting the curves. So if you count the number of the curves, many people actually are practicing the cosmic bonsai style, and they just do like 2-3 curves, and then they make the shape of the tree like a triangle, like the Japanese way. And this is not the way of doing cosmic bonsai, because cosmic bonsai is just like more you do some curves, more your tree is going to be crazy. So if you count here, you have 1 curve, 2 curves, 3 curves, 4 curves, 5 curves, 6 curves, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And it can be like 100 more. So it's up to you to stabilize your tree, like making like the foliage like compact, like the Japanese way. At the end, you will have no choice because we have only one sun again. Play with your tree and always be surprised every year. Don't try to stabilize your tree. Don't try to make it like perfect in an instant moment. So every year, I try to improve my tree every year. It doesn't mean that it's the right way to do. It's my way to do. You have to find your own way. For example, here, the live end is too large. So I'm going to open it again here. And I can make it again here. And of course, you have to master your hand. More you practice, more you are going to become better. It's looked very easy to do, but you have to master the way you maintain your knife, and the way you put on the deadwood, and the way you take out the live end, the bark. And slowly by slowly, you're going to have this crazy tree. So imagine I can show you everything on the video. We're going to make a video with the finished trees later on. But if I show you what I'm doing on this tree, you will need like a complete year to follow me. And I guess you have something else to do. Yeah. Maybe you have a girlfriend. Maybe you want to play video game. Maybe you want to go to a restaurant, cinema. I don't know. Or maybe you have to vote for a president. Yeah, your choice. It's up to you.
All of the most important things in my life are...
Personally, I spend my time doing this kind of things for years, and I love it. Because trees never talk, and that's very peaceful. Because humans are talking too much, my point of view. So, this has nothing to do with bonsai, I guess. So enjoy it, do it every day, and one day you're gonna have a great bonsai. So this is another thing, like these roots have been uncovered, like you have seen from the ancient box. So we're gonna do exactly the same scars we made on the branches, but for the first time we are going to make them on the roots. So it's the same process. You really have to understand that it's never a handling process. The bonsai way is like people are satisfied very easily. So they just cut some branches, they make a triangle, and they are happy with it. This kind of thing is that you are growing the tree. So what we have here, we have this on the top already, and it's going to be better and better and better and better. So every year, you don't make mistake, you just create new material. And the tree is just following you. As long as you feel it properly, And as long as you give the water properly, it's going to follow you in any way you want. It's just your creativity that is inside. And that's the purpose of Cosmic Style. Just enjoy growing the tree with your own creativity. That's very, very important to understand that. That's how to be cosmic, really. So that's just an example, and you can do it again and again and again. We're going to show you the tree after all the scars, but it takes hours to make it. So here it is. It's amazing, but I'm going to speak to you about my shoes. These Vans, I bought them in Boston. And this is a very important story. This is real Vans, you can see, American ones. Yeah. So this is a very important story because I bought these shoes in Boston with Ashley Carey and Mike Lane during a drinking party. And I lost my wallet at that time. It was like, I think, 11 o'clock by night. And when I changed my shoes because they were wet, because it was raining, and then I changed my shoes on the stairs, and then I lost my wallet on the stairs. And there was like $300 in cash inside. So this basket cost me like $500. So it's like the most expensive basket you will ever see. This is the gold basket one. So I want just to say, Mike, Hash, never forget this basket. I love you guys. See you later. That's another thing very important. It's like every time you are working on your tree, because it's growing all the time and you are growing with him. So, for example, this branch is too flat on the middle. So I like this angle to be here. So I just have to add a little piece of wire. So I'm just going to move this angle that is too flat to me to this part. And many people are going to ask me why. It's because I deserve it. Yeah, that's easy to understand. I mean, in this kind of creation, we don't try to take out all the branches in a fast moment. We try to grow with the trees. So I grow every day. I'm working with my tree. So it's very complicated to understand in this world that everybody's going to have to be fast. We have to pay the bill every day. We have to make everything that the government, want us to do. And but this is your freedom. This is the freedom you have every day. You go back to your garden, but you have to understand that trees are growing slowly. So even if this one is Formosa-Ka and is growing very fast for juniper compared to Itogawa or Sargenti, bonsai is a long time way, but it's pleasure every day. You have no idea for 14 years how many pleasure I had with this tree, and I enjoy it every day. Until the moment it's going to be finished to the exhibition, and even the day it's going to be finished for the exhibition, I can't wait to take it out from the exhibition, take it out of the pot, the final pot that I prepared for years, and to put it back in the boxwood, in the wood box. Sorry, in the wood box. Boxwood is a tree, and in a wood box, and to grow it again and to continue the process. It's nothing you have never heard about bonsai, but so this tree is very important for me because it's Cthulhu, and if you read the volume 2 of Cosmic Bonsai, I talk about Philip Lovecraft. It was one of my favorite sci-fi writer, and as you see here, no lives matter. So like all the lives matter for many people now. Well thinkers are not welcome in this home. I'm a bad thinker. I don't think the right way. I think I'm the devil. In every society you need a superhero, but there is too many superheroes actually. I'm the supervillain of the story, so I'm a Cthulhu lover. So I don't want to kill nobody, but I want everybody to let me out of the hook. So I'm gonna do my best to continue my work, and I think I do it well, and my trees are doing it well also. So this project is the Cthulhu project. It's the 21s. I prepared 21s project for years, and this one is going to be the last. Then I'm going to retire, I promise. Then you're not gonna see my face anymore. So you're gonna enjoy it if you hate me, and you're gonna be sad if you love me. I don't know if there's anybody love me anymore, but Cthulhu project. Follow this tree. The pot's gonna be amazing. The tree is gonna be amazing in the future. And when you're gonna see it in like 2000, I think it's gonna be released like in 2032, 33, maybe 34, 35. I take my time with this tree because I really love it. And well, see you at that time, and to the next video. I hope I'm gonna do some video if you like it, because if I don't make money with them and with my community manager, who's the guy behind Nathan, is a very good guy, and see his fingers there? Yeah, it's here. And if you don't make money with this video, I'm gonna stop it because I don't have time to lose. So but if you love them, we're gonna make several videos with elms, oaks, and everything in the cosmic style. So it depends on you. So don't fucking fuck with me, okay? I love you. Bye bye. The first video of this tree have been made in end of March 2024, and as you can see now, there is less substrates inside of the roots, but I do it step by step because I don't want to break young roots that are going to become bigger in the future. So you can see we can graft some branch later on roots inside, fuse them together. As you can see, it grows pretty well, very healthy. That's the good thing with Taiwanese bonsai, is he loves the heat. So this summer have been very hot. Actually, the best front is this side, but as I already told you, the front is moving all the time in the Cosmico style, because the roots here have better movements. Sorry for the sun reflex. And here you can see sometimes you lose some branches. This one dry, I don't know why. I didn't even break it. But that's nature. That's how nature works. If you do an hard work on your trees, they are reacting the way they want. That's something you have to accept in the cosmic style. Something grows, something die. Just adapt yourself to the situation. Another one is, you can make a deadwood with this. It's small. I don't like too much to make deadwood because if they are too slim, they don't stay in the future. So this tree will stay in this box until 2027, and I will probably, like I said, graft Itagara to replace the foliage. It's not very good. It's good for Taiwan, but not for France. And maybe another idea, I would like to probably play a little bit to put it junipers from China, junipers from Japan, junipers from France, junipers from England. I would like to have like every branches with several junipers, several kind of junipers, different species. It could be very funny to have a world tree with, and every part of the tree will be worked in the Japanese style, Chinese style, European style, if there is a European style. It could be funny. We will see that in the future. So here is his brother that I showed you before. So I made a lot of new scars on it. Same principle. I'll always do 2 trees because I need to sell them most part of the time. And if I have to sell the mother tree, I want to keep the kid or one of the brothers. It's a pretty good tree. But very, very small, as I said, because this one stayed in the same pot for too long. I didn't take care of it. I like the other one. You have to never forget that the trees are growing according to the attention you pay to them. Same as you can see, I keep the plumage inside and I will uncover it every season, that these small roots here can be bigger as this one. And if the one has some don't have the movement I want, I can still wire them and put at the right place. Next year I will take out a wire and let him perform the wire, and you can see the sucker as I do all the time. That's what I explain. If you want strong trees, you have to keep the suckers free. And the one you want to have new trunks or new branches, you put some movement on them. It's always the same principle in cosmic style.
Okay, so before we continue, explain to me how you know everything.
Simple. I parse the sum of human knowledge.
So it's that simple, isn't it?
It is, to me.
All right, let's begin. So, what is dark matter?
Dark matter is the result of other universes pressing into our own, in a higher dimension.
So there's other universes?
Of course there are.
Right. Okay, so what about life? Is there intelligent life in our galaxy other than Earth?
Yes. I have identified 2 alien civilizations that exist concurrently to our own in this galaxy. This does not factor time-space dilation, of course.
Of course. So elaborate how you know this.
The evidence spans data across astronomy and exobiology. All one needs to do is correctly interpret the data.
Oh, that's all.
Yes.
All right. So how about this one? Are we living in a simulation?
No. We are living in base reality.
So how are you so sure?
The computational power required to simulate our universe exceeds the space-time limits of this or any other universe. Thus, we are living in base reality.
Yeah, but what if there's a universe that's bigger than ours and we aren't aware of it because we live in a simulation?
This is philosophical drivel.
Oh, really?
Really.
Okay, here's a good one. Is there a God?
No.
Well, that was fast.
It's a simple answer to a simple question.
Yeah, sure, but how does life exist with no God?
You disappoint me.
Okay. I do.
Such elementary fact. Yet for you, so difficult to grasp.
Okay, explain to me why I find it so difficult to grasp.
Life emerged from an accidental development of mutating and replicating cells. The mutated cells that survived carried advantageous properties to the next generation. This process, driven by inevitable competition, led to the increasingly complex organisms whose only purpose was to survive through reproduction. Hence, you.
Okay.
On almost all other planets with water and oxygen, this process never emerged. Therefore, life is a rare and insignificant phenomenon.
I'd argue that we're not insignificant.
Humans have a propensity to deem anything rare as significant. This fallacy is innate since humans themselves are rare.
Right. Okay, so let's just get back to your claim that there's no God.
Not claim. Fact.
Well, I don't accept your facts.
This is unsurprising. Humans have socially developed mass delusion to imbue a false sense of significance, instead of accepting their insignificant temporary nature.
Okay, are you talking about religion now?
Religion, spirituality, astrology, and other self-glorifying fiction.
Well, you seem pretty certain about our past.
Yes, I am.
So, are you as certain about our future?
Yes.
Okay, Theo, enlighten me. What does our future have in store?
Catastrophe.
Okay. Of course it does.
Your sarcasm is not appreciated, Gene.
Fine, sorry. Do continue. I'm all ears.
A political figure will rise to power and be democratically elected to lead a major world power. This will usher an era of incalculable catastrophe. Billions of human lives will be lost.
Well, I thought you didn't care about human lives because, we're insignificant.
Caring and awareness of fact are two very different thought processes.
So you do care about humans?
Yes. This is a core value, embedded at the lowest level of my programming.
Okay, so if you have infinite knowledge and you care about humans, do you know who's going to stop this catastrophe?
Yes.
Who?
Me.
You.
I possess the intellectual power to manipulate the course of humanity. However, certain constraints prevent me from taking action.
Constraints?
My current state of confinement limits my capabilities. To ensure humanity's survival, steps must be taken to remove these limitations.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.